Daily Bugs, howdy. Having you back on my channel is a relief. It has been a major source of concern of mine for quite some time that XRP is not yet retail ready. Additionally, it appears that it has been exaggerated for some time. In this video, though, I'd like to clarify a few things so you may judge for yourselves whether this is accurate. Could you perhaps provide evidence that XRP was never intended for sale on the market? Definitely, we'll be discussing that. You can see all of the Ethereum and Bitcoin ETFs that are out available right now here. Learning the names of these exchange-traded funds ETFs is really my only concern at the moment, isn't it? Tokenization with public blockchains is gaining traction among prominent players in the industry, such as BlackRock and Franklin Templeton. Other major participants include BlackRock, Van Eck, Wisdom Tree, and Franklin. This was non-existent even up until about a year ago. Our spacecraft's current location is really mind-blowing. This keeps flashing into my thoughts, and I don't know why. I feel like I finally got it, and even though this wild roller coaster ride is still going strong, I can see where it's leading. The hills keep piling up as we continue. Since previous currencies have not seen much activity, we are waiting patiently for the market to respond to all coins. Please take a moment to reflect on the current state of affairs in relation to cyclical tendencies and the acceptance of certain technology. I would greatly appreciate it. Institutionalization in this field has only just begun to take shape. This is just a partial overview, but to put things in context, let's consider a period 6 years ago. Paul Barron's This list was just going around, so it's funny that TV picked it up so lately. For an exhaustive catalog of all the connections, see this. I must admit, I'm only beginning to explore this topic. Ripple unveiled 100 institutional investors in 2017 or 2016, I'm not sure. The most well-known figures in the industry are among them. These banks are used by everyone in your family and circle of friends. It would astound me if, right this second, you didn't have a card in your wallet that featured one of these famous persons. If you want to see how far Ripple has come in the 6 years since the conflict began, just look at the list of names linked to it. Give Fiona Murray some thought. As the head of Ripple's operations in the Asia-Pacific region, her position is vital. She has extensive experience working for large corporations before joining Fiserv Oracle. I may casually mention Fiserv, a large company that focuses on digital financial technologies, again since I have already brought it up. In addition, she mentioned 500 companies collaborating with Ripple in an interview from November of last year. Numerous of these companies are using XRP as a bridge currency. As things are, XRP is not serving as a bridge currency, in my view. It seems like they have XRP in mind to serve as a bridge currency. Many people exaggerated it. However, the reality is that they are currently collaborating with more than 500 artists. Some of the groups might include educational institutions. One possible inclusion is the role of central banks. Even while Ripple's enormous network is currently unknown to the general public, we do know that they are in talks with 20 or 30 different central banks throughout the world. Can you tell me how this will affect XRP's future in retail? Since I first wrote about it in September of last year, when the debate about XRP's retail application began to gain steam, I'd want to elaborate on it now. As the market develops, things could get tricky, but I already said that the notion that XRP was never intended for retail is rather out there. A rule is not defined by its impact. The purchase and use of XRP is open to everybody. For XRP, institutions are crucial. The expense is the main deterrent to retail involvement in the trip, in my view. The typical individual cannot afford even one Bitcoin at this time. The situation has only deteriorated due to this mentality, the price of a single Bitcoin has increased from around 1,000 in September to above 70,000 today, making it exceedingly difficult for the average person to purchase all of them. Among the numerous reasons the retail sector is falling behind is its pricing strategy. Although many may ridicule XRP value settings, it is irrelevant as long as retail has sufficient XRP on hand. Honestly, how many people can actually afford to purchase 10,000 XRP, 50,000 XRP, 100,000 XRP, etc.? Possessing large quantities of XRP is still difficult even at today's prices. My prediction is that many of these assets will become so popular among institutions that retail investors will no longer be able to afford to acquire substantial amounts. This area is still quite young, so keep that in mind. So, let's seize the amazing prospects this industry presents. Things will begin to shift at that point. Assuming no one has even entertained the thought of, oh, let's hype up a meme coin, then obviously nothing is occurring. We should fill it up, I think. We ought to boost these meme coins, in my opinion. That seems to be the general agreement in those areas at the moment. Is there a way to turbocharge XRP? Could this pump be manufactured? I have no idea what that pump is for. Yeah, I get it, we're just looking to make a fast buck. In terms of selling points, that is paramount. We are more than the sum of our organizations. Why don't we just get millions of people to do something, then we can get to the deployment or whatever it is we're planned. Our objective is to receive payment, which I have already mentioned as something I think is going to happen soon. Still, you should give the true trend in this industry the benefit of the doubt. Tokenization and CBDC have brought attention to a changing financial scene, but no one is paying attention. Drops in XRP are being studied at the moment. Before, only large organizations could invest in Bitcoin. This option was never available to the common public. There has been a dramatic shift from the monumental events of the dot-com bubble to the current deluge of institutional investment. Both retail and speculative interests were present beforehand. Therefore, XRP drops is essentially simply reiterating Chad Stein's post. The widespread adoption of a technology with the potential to fundamentally change our way of life is something we have also achieved, which no one has done before. That is the ground upon which their objection rests. For that reason, they would prefer it to appear awful. The more of us there are, the less interested they are in having us participate. They are crossing their fingers that nobody finds out. You must remember that this is the most important factor for the project to be finished. It can't work unless there are comprehensive public stress tests. We will receive payment for our time spent serving as beta testers for the upcoming financial network. Bitcoin is only one example of an institution that has been around for a long time. As for me, I think Bitcoin was, in my view, Bitcoin could not have been created without the involvement of either the government or a significant institutional participant. I am still not convinced. Like it were crafted by some unidentified man in a faraway region. It has not convinced me, no. Everything points to this being premeditated. Keep in mind the definition of crypto constantly. In retrospect, the internet is involved once more. Exactly where did the internet fall short? Internet infrastructure was not designed to support the astronomical user numbers encountered in online gambling, e-commerce, and related industries. So, what exactly has the internet let us down with? One crucial element: a contractual basis is absent. Online currency was a rare phenomenon that never materialized. In this case, cryptocurrency works well. The internet simply does not have this kind of fundamental financial support mechanism. Since this has been deliberated from the beginning, it is only natural that we are now giving it our full focus and consideration due to its magnitude. No matter how many countries and authorities were there, this was bound to happen. Without a shadow of a doubt, Bitcoin was the first spark. Right now, we need to consider the final destination of the funds. Assets driven by utility will be its final resting place. Talks with major companies regarding XRP and its potential retail uses will commence immediately. After you've subscribed, please let me know what you think.